Good morning, everybody. I'm Michelle Sandler with Searchie Success, and I'm so thrilled to have Pilar Reyes with us this morning. And she's coming to us from Spain. I'm so excited this morning to have someone in my first international interview. It's so cool. So, buenos dias, right? Am I saying it correct? Buenos dias.
Buenos dias, yes.
Yes, woo! I get a little Spanish on. I get to go back to my early high school days and bring back my Espanol. So thank you for being with us. And so before we get started, just tell us a little bit about who you are, who you serve, and what you've got going on.
Thank you. Thank you for inviting me to do these interviews, Michelle. My name is Pilar. I live in Spain, and I serve students that want to learn English as a second language, students of Spanish speakers. So I have kids between the age of 8 till 16 and some adults as well. So that's what I do, and I teach English to them online, and they have also the access to the platform that I have built with Searchie hubs.
And you did all this online. You were teaching in brick and mortar, but then because of Corona, you had to move online last year, quick scramble, right? To try and figure out a way to move all of that knowledge you had up in your head and quickly move to online. And so you were using another platform, but then Searchie has been a great place for you, right? Tell us just a little bit about that.
Yes, I've been teaching online since I have to pivot my business altogether. It was very new for me at the beginning. I just did my classes on Zoom, and that was that. But then I started to think that when the new season started, my business would need to carry on in this new way. So I had to create new forms to communicate with my students. But before, with my brick and mortar business, I never reuse and recycle the materials that I taught. So this time, because I have the recordings, I thought, okay, I can present the video and also get the audio separate, and also present the transcription. So what would be the way to do all this content, recycle this content and place them in a platform? So I started since September, I create my first attempt of platform in Kajabi. And I did all that. I upload all that, but I wasn't really happy with the feeling and the interface and the interaction that the students had with that. So when I look at Searchie, I thought that would be much better. And I changed everything over, and it was very quickly. I didn't have to do anything super technical, because already I had used Searchie to upload my videos in Kajabi. So it was just a matter of moving everything. It was really quickly, and also the access of my students to that was really easy to do.
Yeah. And how do you find your students are liking it?
Well, because I can check the metrics. I can see that they really have access the platform, have tried some of the features, and yes, and now I can pinpoint the people I need to.
That's awesome. Yeah. So you're really using the analytics, and you're able to see how much your students are engaging and where your material isn't matching up with what they need, and then you're able to adjust so that they can consume the content and really get in there and make changes so that they're learning better, which is amazing.
Yes, and for me it's very important that as well as they are live with me once a week in my live classes, which are the same ones that I used to upload. They also use the content in the platform because it's through repetition that they will be able to gather even more input for their progress. And during the Christmas time that we had a break, I also created like a challenge. It was sessions that I did for 5 days, uh, also together with the release of the platform in Searchie. So I gave them the links for the new platform, and they were able to get into the challenge, and they did, because
Over
and
their break, they went in and they were learning over their break. Wow.
yeah,
Okay, that says something about you and the platform if they're doing that over their break. I have 3 teenage kids and they do nothing over their break. Let me
well,
just tell you.
yes, because the interaction with the platform is quite compelling, and
That's
I try to
great.
make a like more child, no, teenage friendly, or
Friendly. Yeah,
friendly
yeah,
to
yeah,
use, friendly to
yeah.
use. They like it, and this is easier. And as soon as they click something, something else would appear. So everything, that kind of thing appeals to my audience.
Love it.
So
So on that note, why don't you open up and give us a tour of your hub and show us what you've got going on. Now you have me on bated breath, so I want to give us all a tour.
okay, so this is my version of the
Oh,
platform.
look at that. Ah,
So
so
Basilingo,
beautiful.
Basilingo is the new name that I kind of rebrand everything that I used to do in my brick and mortar business.
I can see
Uh,
why teenagers love this. It's
uh,
very engaging.
exactly. So this is a challenge. When they enter, they see the challenge that I did. At the beginning was in another version, more like a drip content, but now that has passed, I decided to redesign this part in a playlist, so they can see the videos, and everything is like is very easy. As soon as they enter, they can check on the video on what is the activity for that day, and download the attachment that activity brings on the day.
Great. And I
So
love you've got great colors that are very engaging and very friendly for, kids and for teenagers. It's amazing. It's great. I love it.
so I have divided my groups, the groups that I used to teach in different levels. So every group has access only to their bit to their playlist. That's something that I have learned how to do with tags in Searchie.
Yes, tags, amazing tags. Yeah.
So they
So
will
they're only seeing what their level is. They're only being introduced to the material that they need to see based on their level, correct?
exactly. So
Right.
this group will only see
Mm-hmm.
their stories, because
Uh-huh.
my lessons, my classes are based on stories, telling stories. So they would look at the story that they want. They are able to check on the video and download the attachment, which is the reading part of the session. So it's reading the story, and I am working on setting up another playlist that will be only the audios, so
Mm-hmm.
they can download the audio playlist on their Spotify or wherever, and wherever they are, they will be able to play it. So that's
Great.
what I plan to do for each group. So every group is the same. They have access to their own.
Love it. And I love the simplicity of what you've done. I suggest this I was putting up some of my graphics yesterday, and I was suggesting this to keep the colors the same for each module so that it's easy on the eye for, for the person that's going through, each section is the same color. So that person knows that, this is where I am. It's all orange for that playlist. It makes it so easy for the person who's in there. They know that they're in the right place. That's great.
Yeah. At the moment, because this is my beta group, I am trying things and see how they interact with that. What do they need and what do they ask for? And for me, it has been a, a very good way to put my ideas to trial. And to
Yeah, yeah,
if I can do that in a more scalable way,
yeah.
and get the product out for lunch and
Great.
the
So
next
what
month.
advice would you have for somebody who's new to Searchie, who's just getting started? What advice would you have for them?
Well, I do tell everybody in that I know that this has really changed my views on how to put the idea really fast into action.
Mm-hmm.
It's really relatively easy to learn and to set
Mm-hmm.
up
Mm-hmm.
and to make it nice and good looking. So
Mm-hmm.
it's
Mm-hmm.
really easy. And first, the daunting idea of having a platform and designing all that was, for me, was a burden. It stopped me from the starting for a long time. But uh, from the moment I started to use Searchie, I would say that in a month I did everything.
That's incredible. That's a lot of material you have up there too. That is an intense amount of material. And to think that you were able to get all of that up in a month and to learn how to use it, to get it all up and to make it look the way that you did, that's incredible. So what I hear you saying is just get going and take action. And that's the biggest piece of advice that you would say to somebody is just get going and get it up and get started, right?
I have been dealing with procrastination for over 2 years because I thought at the beginning, I thought I need to put my business online somehow. COVID came and pushed me over the edge.
Mm-hmm.
But when I landed, I thought, okay,
Yeah,
now is the
yeah.
moment what I'm going to do. And um, still the all that thinking of how to do it,
Mm-hmm.
it, it was horrible. But when I found Searchy, everything changed and it was just
Made it made it
move,
happen.
move forward. And now that I am inside and changing everything, now I know what I need for the second step and like that. But when I was in zero, it was always like
Yeah,
nowhere to
yeah.
move.
Yeah, well, so thinking about those next steps, what do you have going on? Do you have anything you want to tell us about that you have going on for us to, anyone who's interested in you and your business?
Well, I am, because this is also starting again my business. I am rebranding it and thinking in the message and starting to set up the message in Instagram and setting all up with the branding, with the message that I want to reveal with my new business, which is that learning language is easy, fácil,
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm, mm-hmm,
and is for everybody can do.
mm-hmm.
As I have a lot of experience for 10 years with very successful cases of students that are able to communicate themselves in the language.
Great.
Uh, and that's my priority now, that to set this up ready for launch because now I know that the platform works, that students can access, that I can track their progress, and that would be it.
Great. So look for some exciting things from you maybe this spring or early summer, right? And
Exactly. Yeah.
meanwhile, if people are interested in finding out more or interested in, learning with you, they can reach out to you. You have an email, right? People can reach out to you at pilar@kenthouse.es, pilar@kenthouse.es.
Yes.
And the
You
name
can,
of your
you can
business is
look for me in Facebook.
Casa Lingua is the name of your business. So we're going to be keeping an eye on you. That's beautiful work. So thank you so much. Anything else you want to add before we head out?
No, I do want to call everybody to really try this incredible platform that is Searchie, that is really easy, make life easy for us content creators. And I also looking forward for new things that are coming up in Searchie for us.
Great. Well, thank you again for taking the time with us this morning and sharing all your Searchie success. And happy building in Searchie, everyone. And we'll see you next time.